Hello and welcome to today's creativity challenge. You may be wondering why I am in black and white today. That's because that's what today's challenge is all about. Today I'm gonna take a Skillshare class actually. It's a Skillshare class by Melanie Greenwood, who's a designer famous for working in black and white and doing a lot of black and white stuff. It's kind of her specialty. And she did a class on 7 secrets.
Let's take a look at an example of a geometric design.
Oh yeah. And she did a class of 7 secrets of black and white design. And there's actually a challenge involved within the class, so absolutely perfect for me. The assignment given is about creating a logo for a coffee house. Millie and Mo are two creative girls in the late 20s who have taken their life savings and decided to pursue their lifelong dream of owning their own coffee house. Just an old space that they are converting into a cool coffee house on campus at the nearby college. They're asking you to design them a black and white logo as they want to keep printing and production costs within their very slim budget. Millie and Mo hope that their little spot will become the students' favorite for buying between classes and for coffee dates. So yeah, that's the assignment. Design a logo for Millie and Mo and their coffee house, and that's what I'm going to do today. This actually asks for some research. I'm not good at this. Okay, so to start off with, I always like to start with a simple sketchbook. Just do some doodles, some drawings, just come up with stuff. So, as you can see here, first of all, of course, write down the name Millie and Mo's coffee house, and then I just started slightly experimenting. For example, I tried to connect the M with Millie and Mo, do something with that. I tried to do a coffee mug or something, but I decided, yeah, I'm gonna stick with coffee bean, which, to be honest, isn't that innovative. It's nothing nobody has ever done before, but you know, it suits the purpose and it looks kind of cool. Then I decided to form the coffee bean out of the M, make it look like a little heart, and put the names next to each other, but that all didn't work out. Finally, I stuck with the idea to put kind of the names onto the coffee beans, or each side of the coffee beans, since there are two people. I wanted to do maybe kind of like a yin and yang thing, where they kind of twist into each other, and each name has his own half of the coffee bean, which could just support both their individual personalities. That's pretty much all for sketching. I had kind of an idea in which direction I wanted to go, and yeah, from there on I started drawing. So what I've got here now, in all essence, is just a black and white print of a picture of coffee beans. The photo is from Pexels, so don't worry about the copyright, they are all Creative Commons. And what I'm going to do now is basically just use some transparency paper and just redraw some of them with different pens and different markers or whatever, to just get a few different coffee beans and just get some shapes to play with and digitalize later. So yeah. I generally also love to start stuff out analog, to not get influenced by the computer. I feel way less productive if I start right out at the computer, even though I absolutely can't draw. I really like to just work something with the hands and just make something analog, even if it may look bad, but maybe it may also turn out pretty good. So those are our basic coffee beans. Now let's start drawing them in. I like to use some markers. That's the only one that doesn't work. Just give it a rough fill in. if we scan this in later, they may come out really cool because they have all these edges and tears to them. And I actually don't want them to be perfect, you know, it's way better if they're kind of edgy. I'm going to use a tool called Adobe Capture, which lets us capture drawings as vector forms. You know, like straight up. You can very easily take a picture and now you've already got the vector form for it. So yeah, those are the shapes. Now I'm going to send them over to Illustrator and start working with them. We'll see how it turns out. So yeah, those were some of my initial ideas I had for the logo. Excuse the mess, I always have a pretty big mess when I'm working. You know, just experiment a little bit with putting text in there and just try different things. But so I redid the shape, found one that I liked, that I'm kind of happy with it, and then just went from there. This shape here with kind of the yin and yang thing going on, you know, because there are two people and they're both working together. So I ended up with this logo, and yeah, that's pretty much my final result, the thing that I'm most happy with, and everything that came out of this, maybe 3 hours of work. So I'm kind of okay with it. I like the handmade feel it has, and you know, since in the brief it is stated that there are 2 young college students, and you know, so I decided to go with something a bit handmade and something that's not necessarily perfect and something that has a bit of character to it, you know, because I don't think from what I've read in the brief that they would be the types for a minimalist logo, you know, something really clean and really strict. I definitely do think, according to the briefing, that their logo definitely needs to have some character to it, you know, some feeling. And yeah, that's what I tried to do. That's what I tried with the kind of handmade look. And definitely the texture, as also stated in the Skillshare class, textures really make a big difference. I think it has way more character than just as a black regular black old logo. And I'm definitely aware that you shouldn't mix 2 similar fonts, you know, or 2, let's say, script fonts or handwritten fonts. But since there are 2 individuals, since there are 2 young ladies who opened this coffee shop, I thought that maybe each one of them has a pretty individual character. And so I decided to just let them have a funny font, you know, something that has a bit of character. And if we would do this logo maybe in real life, maybe they could draw something or write their names in their own fonts. And so that, you know, they're distinguishable and everyone occupies like one side of this yin and yang coffee bean thing. So why shouldn't they have like a funny second font? You don't always have to be that strict. The rules are good, but you know, you are allowed to occasionally break them. And if it looks bad, then it looks bad. People are gonna tell you. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you liked the challenges and stay tuned for tomorrow.